I absolutely am completely thrilled to be here today. Jill talked about manifesting and having a vision. Whew, my vision is coming true right here, right now. This is the beginning of great things to come for all of us. So, I am Cara Crimmins, and I represent the other half of my amazing team, Miss Melanie Vitale. This woman changed my life, and I'm here because of her. And I would never, ever be able to do what I do in life, in real estate, without her. She's talented, she's committed, she is fearless, and she absolutely is one of the best damn bakers I've ever met. So if you ever want to have some cookies, she's your girl. Oh, I need a clicker.
What's on there?
Donde? Here.
No, on the podium.
Hey, it's like this is the new thing. All right. But what happened was, I was in a complacent bliss. You know, have you ever just had those moments where you have a good sale, or you don't know what to do, and you just get stuck, or you just cruise? I was in cruise. I was in cruise mode, so, thanks, Dylan. Dylan is always helping me. So after a big sale, I made a choice to slow down a bit, because I'm kind of an Energizer bunny. Karen, you can testify to that. And I never stop. So I took a moment to just stop. Just breathe, put a little hematite heart in my hand, and I took time to be with my friends and my family. It was the most enriching time I've ever experienced. I deepened my relationship with me. And I could feel that complacency fog was rolling in. And that was not okay. That's not part of my soul destiny. So I listened to my inner voice. Yes, it sounds like Dylan. And honestly, one day I was just cruising by the computer and I heard, you need to get on this state meeting on Wednesday, of which I've missed a few. So I said, okay, I'm on. On that Wednesday meeting before, I think it was in December, Dylan says, hey guys, I have this level up thing coming and I need you to be there. And I was like, who is this guy? He's so fast talking, he's so energetic, he's so positive. I want to be like him when I grow up. And I was like, I have to be there. And then I said literally out loud on the mic, oh, I wish I could be there. And then I got this smack up against the back of my head that said, you can. I was like, I can? I can, I'm going. And then I called Melanie, and Melanie goes, hey, we need to go to that thing, because, you know, Dylan sounded so good. I feel like we need to go. And I was like, we're going! Yes! So we said yes, and we showed up. I knew something was calling me, something big. A change was a-coming, people. Other Maui agents felt it too. We needed motivation. We needed inspiration. We needed processes and systems. We needed more than anything, we needed a community. We were so kind of scattered. I mean, Dylan called us, because now we're here, called us the Maui orphans. Yeah, maybe redheaded stepchildren, I don't know. But seriously, we just needed more. We needed more. So Melanie, Jyoti, and I said yes! And we showed up to that Kona event, and it changed everything. And we found our more. We found our community. 1 month and 17 days later, people, after me telling him, we have to bring this to Maui. We absolutely have to. He said yes. He knew that there was a need. Thank God. Whew. Because we all said yes, too. 15 other agents. At that moment, we've been growing ever since. We found our community. So meet the team. Some of them are scattered here today. Miranda and then Art and Rachel are coming shortly. But we feel so much joy being together now. We have so much synergy being built. And this woman here is the rising star, the queen, the #1 Maui 2023 and EXP agent. This is Jyoti. Is my mic on? Can you hear me? You're working. Aloha,
everyone.
We're going to talk a little story and let her tell you all about how she has made her #1 status live and breathe.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I want to be like her too when I grow up someday.
All right, well, great to meet you all. Thank you so much for having me here. This is such an inspiring event, and last time it was so inspiring, and thank you for telling that story, because the same thing, same experience for myself. Feeling a little isolated on Maui, so wonderful to be part of this community here. So I have been a realtor for 4 years. I'm a certified mentor, and I also do some training for agents with systems. So that's
This is exactly why I needed her up here, because she is a fearless, consistent systems queen. And that's what I wanted to have her bring to you all today. Again, I watch her and I just am so inspired every day of how she just keeps her consistency. And that's what I was going to ask you, Jyoti. So tell us a little bit about where you started and how you got into this consistent pattern that's turned you into a crusher.
Okay. So before I got into real estate, actually, I was helping small businesses with their systems and processes. And it kind of just came naturally to me. I saw a need with people that were part of my life and relationships, and they had these creative ideas, and I was, well, let's do this and that, and it just, these systems kind of developed, and I noticed that it helped their businesses grow and be successful. So systems kind of come naturally to me, and organization.
I can testify to that. She's amazing.
I'm kind of an efficiency geek. I don't know, are any of you efficiency geeks out here? Yeah? Right. So yeah, I have an appreciation for that. So when I started real estate, was new to Maui. I'd been on Maui for only a year, and I was doing activity sales and concierge work, and I think that really helped me kind of break out of my efficiency geek kind of work on my own kind of personality, and help me kind of reach out to people by helping them with activities and learn about the island, which was funny because I had only been there for a year, but
that's how good she is.
Fake it till you make it, right? So, and then so someone had approached me to start selling timeshares. So I thought, well, I need to get my license. So I got my license and realized that residential real estate would be more fulfilling to me. So I think more sustainable in the long run. So I interviewed with a team that was actually Keller Williams at the time with Marie Sims, and right when I was joining, they were switching over to EXP, which was really convenient, so I didn't have to switch from one brokerage over. Like the
best
timing,
choice ever.
It was literally like the week that I started that they switched, so I was super grateful for that. And we were working internet leads because it worked well for me, because I had like no sphere because I was new on Maui. And so she gave me a chunk of leads, and then we started having new leads rolling in, and we just plugged them into the system, the CRM, and I naturally kind of took to that because I saw all the opportunity with the systems that were provided basically for free or low cost, right? So I highly recommend using your CRM if you haven't started using it. Who here is using your CRM? Great.
Oh my gosh, good job, guys.
Yes, it's incredible because of the campaigns and the automation. See, the thing is that like a lot of us rely on our motivation, like the motivation to get up and work every day. But our motivations can waver, they can come and they can go. But with the CRM, it keeps you consistent because it's working when you're not working. And also, it's like a tool that you can just tap into because you can create a system around it, and you can just tap into the system and then just find the motivation through the flow of the system. So it's really important to use that. And I do recommend taking advantage of the tasks, and because the tasks you can just tap into your CRM in the morning, see what you need to do for the day, and just do it.
And just do it. Did you hear that? Just do it. That's the key. Right? Go ahead.
And then also the notes are pretty incredible. So when you talk to somebody, just taking notes so that the next time you connect with them, you can refer to things that you talked about last time, and it'll make you seem almost superhuman, like,
We
wow,
like
you
the
remember,
superpowers.
that I have an anniversary coming up or something. And then templates, they will save you so much time. So building templates for like your lenders, like how many of you have written that lender email from scratch, like over and over again? Like that's something that I noticed that I was doing. I'm like, just build a template for it. So there's a lot of things that we do often, just make a template. And then also, like, as part of a whole system, you need to have, like, consistent public profiles, like your social media, your Google page, your Zillow. Make sure all the contact information is consistent so that they can find you. Because we're working a lot of the time with leads from, like, property booths, and they don't really know who you are. And eventually, by seeing you in different places, they can get to know you and know that you're a real person and that you're actively involved with real estate. So it's really important to also go back in and check as we evolve our branding, you might change your email address or your phone number. Make sure it's consistent so that there's not bad links. And so it's good to just check that out from time to time. And then also referrals. Referrals were huge for me last year. Someone has a question. Should we wait?
Yes.
Or do you want to ask now?
Actually, we'll take the questions at the end if that's okay?
Sure.
Awesome.
Okay. You could write it down too, because sometimes I forget things. So referrals for me last year, it was super surprising because last year, like I got almost half my business from referrals. So it was a big surprise that no one ever even talked to me about was referrals. So it's good to be part of a few different referral groups.
I was just going to say, it's referrals specifically about other agents. So that's an untapped root of all of this. And I don't know how many people are doing that, but she has been crushing it. So continue.
So it's important to be a part of a few different referral groups, and then make relationships with agents within those groups so that you can look out for each other. And then also give them a good reason to choose you so that when you raise your hand, they choose you. Don't just raise your hand, like reach out to them, give them a call, maybe have like a little mini resume that you can send out to people. So, yeah. And then another thing, along with the systems that have really helped me with my business, is the giving spirit. So it's a way that, for me, it makes my business more sustainable. Energetically, so that I'm not just money motivated. And it's like it taps into a place that's like an unlimited well of connection and giving. And one of the ways that I recommend is when you're doing showings, just show properties, just keep showing. And even if it's your 10th showing, like something good will most likely come out of it. It gives you a good opportunity to connect with your clients and to learn about properties. And also creating content. I've been doing a lot of property videos, those are fun. And then something that I started last year, especially with all the referrals, is leaving reviews for agents. If you work with an agent and they do a good job, even with their different brokerage, like leave them a good review. And sometimes they don't always do it in return, but sometimes they join your group.
Hey, that's even better.
Like you just don't know what good can come from that. I'm gonna take a drink.
So one of the things that she does really, really well is that she is on it. So she sets up her systems and then she can go play. She can have time with her family. And that's something that we all need to find is the balance in between the work and the life and in real life. So you gotta put it all in, and this woman puts it all in, and she's seen the success. She's utilized and maximized the tools to the fullest extent. So if you have any questions about how to do that, she's your woman. And also having that heart, if you do anything in life and it's just systematic, robotic, that's all it is. We are about heart. This Ohana is about heart. And that's why we're all here. She's great at both sides. She's your girl.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
A couple of other things that I wanted to mention that are here is that's been really good for me. This is, it's so simple, but just being available to be a resource for things outside of real estate. So I've had over the years so many random questions like where to get your nails done or what's the best gym, and just knowing that they can reach out to you and you're like there to give them friendly information will keep you top of mind, so that when they're ready to buy, they'll most likely buy with you, or they'll refer someone that will. And it's just it's a good way to be remembered, you know? Yeah.
There's lots of ways to be remembered,
Yeah.
I'm sure, but the best way is why? How?
Well, another thing, the last way that you can give is to go the extra mile and do things like, you know, for your out-of-town sellers, maybe hang up the smoke detectors, or take a load of good stuff to Goodwill, or, you know, if you have to hire someone to do it, you can, but, you know, to just be extra helpful and go above and beyond. But that's kind of all some basic things. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Did you have any questions for Jyoti first? All right, well, I just know that is what you do to level up, right? Yeah. All right, good job, Jyoti, good job. If you want to connect with her, here's all of her contact information, and all you do is scan those little fun things, because y'all know what they do now. All right, thanks, Jyoti, and you can stay, please. Okay. Yeah. So this is me. That's a better picture of me right now. But what I know since being part of this team and finding the community and bringing this community, this love, this synergy, this empowerment to Maui, is that together we find balance. You are not isolated and alone in the world of your real estate industry. Not with this team. This company has so much available to you, and they all come with an open, giving, as Dylan said, heart. It's extraordinary. So the way we in Maui have been working, and I'm sure you do here as well, is that we balance through being able to rely on each other's strengths. That's huge. And my strength, one of them, is being able to bring the DISC profile to you. The DISC. How many people have ever heard DISC? Right on. We have some really leveled up people in this room. Anybody who doesn't, just bear with me and you could come see me at the back and I'll talk story about it. But what this does is it gives us an even playing field. We can actually look at each other and figure out what we can bring to the table, how we can show up, how we need to serve others by adapting to what they need, to slow when we need to slow, to panache when we need to panache, when we need to get controlled and focused and get to business. This is how you actually figure out what your superpower is. You could take this to real estate in millions of different ways, because do we not interact with people all day long? Hey, there it is. We do. We interact with people all day long. And if you know how to listen through watching, you have a superpower. If you know how to guide them in a direction because you're actually serving them the way that they need to be served, you've got your superpower. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that. But the one thing, as I said, I do know is that together, through collaboration, sharing our unique gifts, we all have them, and we need to rely on each other. Having an abundance mindset, one of the things that Dylan made me just say yes is because that man and his team come from a place of abundance like I have never, ever seen before. We serve each other. We get stronger. We get faster. We get kinder. And do you know kindness is the hardest thing to do in life? It's the strongest center post you can have, is to be kind. And we get to be kinder because of each other. We get to be kinder because we're together. We can reach higher. And we can dream bigger, Miss Vision. Together, we don't survive. We thrive, right? That's it. We thrive. So if you need to get in touch with me and learn about your superpowers, I'm in the back. I got you. That's it.